Hello! Happy December 21st. Why am I saying that like a weirdo? Welcome to take 10 of this video. I decided that I was going to try to film the video for next week that was absolutely supposed to be about my stroke this week so that I could get it out of the way and not have to worry about it, when family's home and, so that we could focus on happier things. Each time I tried to do that, I fell into an emotional black hole that was so deep, it took me all afternoon to pull myself out. And each time I filmed it, it just got harder and harder. I took a break and went on Instagram and found a post that's actually from a couple of days ago from one of my favorite artist authors, Morgan Harper Nichols. And I thought, once again, Morgan Harper Nichols absolutely threw the rope down into the emotional black hole and yanked me out and helped me find a way to put a positive, encouraging, peaceful spin on what is a raw, I don't know when I'm going to feel more healed about or able to speak about it without losing everything into just, it's too hard. But these posts, these words, the art, it helped me out a lot, and I decided to share that with you because I think it's true. So these are captioned words to repeat to yourself in December. Okay. The first says, I am proud of the ways I've learned to let go. The next one says, I am free to feel what I need to feel for everything that happened this year. I am free to be gentle with myself as I work through those feelings. The next one says, I am grateful for the progress I've made this year in learning when to say no and when to say yes. I am grateful for the good music that found me this year. Just because I've been the strong one doesn't mean I have to stay in that state forever. I am free to embrace gentleness. I am free to rest. Through all of the mountains and valleys I traveled through this year, when I look back on the 2022 chapter of my life, I will see all the ways I've grown. I will see all the ways I learned to create room to breathe. I am grateful for every opportunity I've had to grow in empathy and compassion. The progress I've made, no matter how small, are integral parts of my growth. No matter what awaits me in 2023, I will continue to breathe deep. I will travel through each day seeking big and small ways to practice peace. I mean, magicalness. I found such comfort in that because I feel like especially since the start of the pandemic, I have for sure set boundaries on what I'm willing to engage in and participate in or not, but absolutely since last year. And I am unapologetic about that. I am fiercely protective of my family and of myself, and I don't make promises I don't intend to keep. I don't say yes to things I know I can't do. And I feel like that's a lesson we can all learn. And I know people say, oh, set boundaries, but I think that's absolutely a valid thing to do, because when we do that, first of all, we're not letting people down, but also we're being completely honest and taking care of ourselves and not setting up unrealistic expectations for ourselves or other people. You know what I mean? I think that's a healthy thing to do. So that's helped me. And I don't know, maybe I need therapy about all this, but I feel like I've come so far in 12 months. And it is a miraculous situation It absolutely is. And I can barely fathom that it happened still. Like sometimes it feels like it happened to somebody else, but many times a day it pops into my head and I'm thinking, wow, that actually happened. And I don't know what I'm going to feel on the actual day. I would like to wake up sometime past 3:30, because between 3 and 3:30 is when everything went to hell. So I would like to wake up at 4, maybe 4 in the afternoon, and just magic myself into a happy place, and go from there. Or just wake up on Christmas Day. But no, we have Christmas Eve traditions that we, like to do, and I want to enjoy them. But I would be lying. I would be lying. I would be lying if I said I wasn't struggling still. And I will probably continue to struggle until after 3:30 on December 24th. It is what it is. This is what happens when you have traumatic dramatics. Both are applicable. When you reach the anniversary or any anniversary of that date, of that moment, it's impossible not to feel something. Whether you choose to acknowledge it or not is entirely up to you, but it would be dishonest of me to say I don't feel anything, because you guys all know that's not true. I feel everything. I am an emotional mess. We know this to be true. But switching gears and focusing on that beautiful post and those words reminds me that I'm picturing myself like a tree, and I'm drawing up hope and good aspects, if there can be, if it's not really good aspects of that, the beauty in the people around me and what they did for me. Maybe that's a better way to put it. That despite all of that, despite everything that happened in the months that followed, I didn't lose hope. I felt like I lost hope quite a few times, but I didn't. And I feel like wherever we can find the hope, the joy in being alive and being uniquely us, because there's no one else like us. I think it's important to do that, and it's not easy to do that, and I'm not sitting here saying it's so easy to be positive and hopeful, because that's bull. It's not. Trust me, this day has been one giant cry fest, which is insane, but it is what it is. And I have to be kind to myself and honest with myself and just accept that this is hard for me. And, oh, come on. I'm almost to the end of this stupid video. And I would be remiss in my duties as host of this pain in the back channel, page, blog, everything, if I didn't say that I don't want you to give up. I don't want you to lose hope, because when things are their worst, when things are crappiest, when things feel like life and death, please don't give up. Please don't lose hope. Please know that there are good things out there and good people out there and bigger angels than we can possibly know. And I know that I was very lucky and on a number of fronts, but my doctors all said if the medicine hadn't worked, if things had been different, the damage would have been permanent or worse. And I'm just very grateful. I'm grateful to each and every one of you. Thank you for letting me ramble on and on all week, between the blog and the video, and coming back again next week for it. And for being supportive since last year and before that. But especially since last year, because this became bigger than just my CRPS and spinal and arthritic issues. This became a whole other animal, and it helped me to talk about it to all of you. It helped me. Your messages helped me. I guess there really is no way to do it without crying. But I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. And I will leave you with this. Whatever you celebrate, if you don't celebrate, please know that I am wishing each and every one of you the very best of everything. I am so grateful for all of you too, because you're with me on this journey. You've told me some of your stories, and I love that. You send me encouraging messages and pictures, and it's just so nice, and I'm so glad to have this community. And you are also part of the reason that I stay hopeful and stay positive, because this is bigger than just me. This is all of us. This is everybody. And hope is contagious. And it's not easy to have it. It's not easy to keep it, but it's worth fighting for. It really, really is. And so, whatever you're going through, I hope that good days are ahead. I hope that you find the hope. I strongly encourage you to follow Morgan Harper Nichols, because they are light in the darkness. Trust me. It was pretty dark here earlier today, emotionally, and they pulled me out. All of a sudden, a ladder came down into my emotional black hole, and I was able to climb out of it, and I was like, thank you, Morgan Harper Nichols. So, keep hope. And I hope that, hope being the operative word, that 2023 is peaceful and healthy and full of better things for each and every one of us. That is my constant prayer for all of us, that good things are ahead, and that whatever challenges are coming, because they're coming, we know that, that we can all handle them and cope well with them. And so I'm going to leave it there. This went on way longer than I thought it would. I'm sorry. But I hope that you have a low pain, no pain, low aggravation, no aggravation kind of a day, kind of a week, kind of a weekend to come, and kind of a year ahead. Because that's what we hope for, that's what we deserve, and that is what I truly wish for each and every one of you. Happy holidays. I will see you next week for everything. Here's to good things. Have a good night, and I will take, I don't know what I will take. I will see you next week. Bye.